Where is the stimulus response trainer positioned within the industry? So two key slides that actually one that reminds what is this stimulus response trainer and what are the key differentiators. One is that we create pairs of stimulus and responses, and these are on flip cards, on digital flip cards. On the one side is stimulus, another side is the response, and the response is detailed on multiple levels: thoughts, emotions, actions, roles, values, and few other levels. Let's use the IT industry as analogy, and we do have the end user, we have the layer of hardware, laptop, we do have different products here, or whatever they are, basically installed software programs. We do have some operating systems that are also inevitably needed. We do have the providers of the operating system and basically the sellers, the partner with whom we deal while using the computer. There are also some utilities and tools that just ensure that things function, right? And in essence, we don't really need. It's not the end user feature that we are getting when we install an antivirus. It's just there to protect us. Yes, it's helpful, but ultimately we want to have the computer not to be protected from antivirus, but rather to be able to watch videos, record audios, and write texts. And within the personal development industry, if we just try to find an analogy for every layer, again, we have the person who is the final consumer. We do have the hardware that the person hopefully owns, which is just the brain network. We do have the products and services of the personal development industry, and this would be the books, events, courses, all kind of knowledge, experience, whatever the person is buying and hoping to incorporate into its own ways, into his own ways of functioning. And then there are some platforms on which all that sit: YouTube channels, LinkedIn courses, International Coaching Federation, whatever it is. Then we do have the sellers. Usually these are people who own the content, coaches, therapists. There are companies also in the space. They are marketers. This is the support system to ensure that their content is finally landing to the end customer. We could also argue there are some utilities and tools that are used, and there's elements of infrastructure. Of course, this is, you can spend some time debating which piece here, which keyword here belongs to which layer, but this is not the primary focus of what I would like to show. Stimulus response training is something that is missing today on the market and which is between the brain's neural network and the personal development industry. This is where the tool can be placed, and it's not there to compete with things that are already on the market. Yes, competition exists. Why? Because the market is structured as vertically integrated entities. So whoever sells books also builds the community around it, also has the basically self-organizes into a very vertically integrated organization which is present on all these layers: content, community, content providers, all kind of automatic tools that are there to store the information, and elements of infrastructure, right? These are all very vertically integrated players, And yes, of course, they do have also a presence on the layer between the hardware and the basically products and services. We could call them that layer BIOS, and basically, to some extent, they also reach that layer too. However, what is missing here is this element that would come across multiple players and serve whatever they offer would help the end user to load whatever the end user is consuming onto the hardware of the brain.